when you go through this process of looking at yourself and seeing yourself, and you come to realize that there's this battle always for rulership. I mean, it starts when you turn not even 2 and you start to realize you gotta have authority over yourself. Look at the children. They fight and struggle all the way through, and then the teenager gets into a whole nother level of battle because they recognize a sovereignty issue. And so when you start to actively, not passively by default, because you passively by default give over authority to friends, family members, workers, religions, whatever. You just you're raised into it. But when you actively choose to give up sovereignty and choose to come under sovereignty or authority, the part of you that has been wanting to be in charge your whole life doesn't want that to happen. Because it doesn't see it as a benefit, it sees it as losing power. Okay? And Hasatan, who's been sitting inside on your right shoulder, doesn't want to give up his power whispering in your ear either. And so he doesn't have a throne to sit on except to be kind of manipulating everybody around. And so that battle is because that part of you doesn't want to just willingly give in to that choice you want to make. I mean, this is not new as an adult. You started this as a kid. That's why I tell all these parents out there, I say, look, your children, starting around the time they hit puberty, you've got to start changing your role with them, recognizing that you must move them into their own authority very gradually and consistently so that they can then look at you for advice and own their stuff. The more that you handle their stuff and do their stuff and don't allow them to grow it, then the more you're keeping them locked up in a place that eventually will rebel the other way because they need to grab a hold of that authority. Okay? Now, I feel like we're doing like our therapy session again. If you, this is a group session again. If you have never really gotten your own authority, you're going to struggle with this worse than you would otherwise. Because you're still trying to win that battle. Your parents dominated you, your spouse dominates you, your boss dominates you, your friends dominate you, everybody's pushing you around, nobody's just letting you be in charge of anything. And so now you want me to give up whatever I got, which is almost nothing, and give that to Yahweh? And so you've got to find a way to be self-sovereign to then give over that sovereignty. And I've said that before, but maybe not that way. Because you can't give him something you don't have. If you're not sitting on the throne, you can't abdicate and give it to him because somebody's already sitting in it and it's not you. It's one of your parents, one of your friends, maybe a family member, a spouse, whatever. I mean, somebody else is sitting there making decisions in your life. And you do what they say. And you're exactly where they want you to be, not where you want to be. Because you're listening to them. And so that battle is going to be worse for you if you don't have sovereignty. It's much easier to give up that sovereignty to him if you have it. And you're still fighting for your own authority. I don't care how old you are, you're still in life. Some of you know what I'm talking about because you're doing that struggle right now where you just want to have somebody to leave you alone and let me make a decision. I want to do what I want to do. I want to do what I want to do. I want to do it my way, etc. And if that's never been anything for you, you still have that desire. If you've had it, it's okay now you've had it. You know how, this is one of those like, how's that been working for you, right? You know what that does. So having it, you know it doesn't work, but at least you had it, so you know it doesn't work. Until you have it, your self thinks it will work. Your self thinks, if I ever could just get a hold of my own life, everything would be great. Now, but you don't know that's not true yet because you haven't had it, so you don't know. And so you need to get it so you can know, and then you can give it up.